Right. Just got to reply to a text a minute. That's the text done. Right, let's get to the live stream. There we go. And stick that on, and there we go. Awesome. Right, so hello everyone, it's me, SpursRail96, and welcome to another Train Sim World free live stream. It feels like forever since the previous stream. But for today's stream, I thought I'd take a look at a route that I imagine not a lot of people would choose as their first choice, me included, and that is the only route that's from Canada, the Oakville Subdivision in Ontario, Canada. So we're going to go on the journey mode, and we're going to have some fun with the GP9RM. So we're going to go from Bayview Junction to Oakville with a local freight. Oh, actually no, we'll do that one. Royal Windsor Drive, to the Hamilton Industrial Zone. It's the final portion of an inbound local freight. So we'll do that, and then we'll do some switching in the Hamilton Industrial Zone. I'd just like to say, wherever you're watching around the world, be it live or on playback, hope everyone is all safe and well and has had a good weekend and a good start to the week. Okay, so we got the indicator marker on for some reason. Let's just turn that off. What would it be in? Nope. Not controls, HUD and gameplay, objective marker, turn that thing off. Blasted thing, honestly. Generator field, gauge lights to on. Put the headlights to bright, that's how I like to have it. Reverser handle in and to the forward position. Ditch lights on, step lights are on. Put the cutout valve to freight, lead or dead, excellent. Let the gauges do its work while I attend to the fuse cabinet. Load to control, I need that. And is the radio on? I presume it is. Any switches up here, number lights, front and back. Platform lights are on. And we won't need banking because it's not a very big train. So that's where we are. That's where the automotive industry is located. I'm just going to check the switches before we depart the yard. And it should be all tickety-boo. Let's release the brakes, let it do its thing. Hey Alfie, hey, how are you? And hello to Tractor Free Fascia from Newcastle, or watching from Newcastle. Hope you're well. Welcome. Right, let's fire this puppy up. Let's get going. So we got to go via Bront, which is just over 4 miles away. Seems to be a local chemical train of some description, and we're going way too fast. Before I turn the throttle off. Obviously I didn't. So 15-car train. I know you can load the tanks with ethanol. In a few stations dotted along the main line in particular, there's one here. I think there's one there. Yeah, looks to be some wagons there. There's one there with a locomotive actually doing some loading there, or unloading. I don't think you can unload the tanks. And this is the Hamilton Industrial Zone. When it came out, used to be loads of tracks everywhere, but the problem was you couldn't access any of them. So Dovetail switched tactics and took it away from the map altogether. And that's what's left of the Hamilton Industrial Zone, or what's fully represented in Train Sim World today. It's an unusual route, an unusual choice, first choice to have for a Canadian route in Train Sim World. I mean, nothing's been heard of it since in terms of new content, no loco add-ons, or they were attempting to add, I think Dovetail was attempting to add some sort of passenger services with Go Transit, but the problem was they don't have the Go Transit license, so that doesn't help. But they're still looking into the idea, maybe just adding a plain liveried MP36 PH-free seal, maybe one that tries to look as close as possible-ish to the Go Transit livery without making it official, of course. They've put passengers on the platforms. I'm not sure about PIS systems, because there are, I don't think, many stations on the line. Hence why people are divided on having passenger services. We'll just have a look through the station. No, the PIS systems are in use, actually. Wow, they have been fitted, hence the time of day, which is a surprise. So they've got PIS fully operational on this route, despite there being no passenger services. What else have they added? Greater draw distances, better track textures, new skybox, dynamic weather from Train Sim Mode 3, thunder and lightning, and raindrop effects, and all that kind of stuff on the ground. I think the maximum permitted speed is 60, maybe 65, maybe. I'm not too sure. Alfie, what main line goes to Stafford? What main line goes to Staffordshire? I don't know. I don't know that part of the country very well, I'm afraid, Alfie. I cannot answer that question. It's quite cool when the alarm goes off. Those little lights flash, almost like an 80s disco or something. Or something you'd see on a DJ's set in a nightclub. Flashing lights and all that kind of stuff. Just under 2 miles to go until Bront. Yeah, this route comes with another locomotive, the GP38-2, just in a more, obviously it's a more modern locomotive compared to this little GP9 RM. But it's quite cool to have a GP9 in the game. I mean, the normal GP9 is known as a pretty reliable little switcher in North America. I think the RM is just intended more for mainline use as well as switching duties. Of course, that's just a guess. put on the power. There's another station. We're just passing one of the facilities where you can load the tanks. Oh, nobody on the platform. Oh wait, there's a few. Right, the next location we have to go via is Appleby, just over 3 miles away. Alfie, I think it's the West Coast Main Line. Oh, Trent Valley. Ah, right, okay. Level ratings, hey, how are you? You're too fast. I am a tiny bit. Just over 2 miles over the speed limit. Not to worry, we will get under that speed limit shortly, or within the 60 miles per hour. As long as we make it to the end, that's the target. So that's where we are. The industrial zone is here, so I imagine we'll be stopping in this yard here. Such a shame we haven't got an additional locomotive to use on this route. Bring the spotlight back on Oakville Subdivision. Because it's certainly not a route you see often on Train Sim World, like being streamed or a lot of content being made on it. Obviously, when it first came out, it was the talk of the town, but it's just faded away, hasn't it? I mean, there's 65 services, 5 scenarios, a couple of tutorials. I mean, the yards are pretty good to explore, especially the Hamilton Industrial Zone, being so big. Well, not super big, but big enough. Let's increase the power. Get that speed up to 60 again. Just over 1 mile to go until Appleby. Now, level ratings, just joking. Fair enough. Warren Crosby, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Just going for a spin on Canadian National's Oakville Subdivision. Decent weather conditions for today. Of course, in the journey mode, the weather mode is fully dynamic, so anything can happen. Well, that's what Dovetail say. I think I've only experienced it once, and pretty much it. In terms of the impact of dynamic weather. It was a nice station we just passed there with its blue roof. Very blue roof. Alright, the next location we have to go via is Aldershot, just over 6 miles away. Excuse me. I better have a sip, have a drink. I have a bottle of Lucasade downstairs, I forgot to bring it down. Instead I've got tea. Never mind. Tea will do. I literally just could have had the Lucasade instead of going to all the trouble of making a cup of tea. Oh well, never mind. The Betfish is 2010. Hey, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Hope you're well. Just going for a blast on Canadian National's Oakville Subdivision. Not sure what the ratings are of this route on Steam. I imagine when it came out it wasn't particularly good, especially with the problems of the Hamilton Industrial Zone map proving very misleading at the time. There's two locomotives, isn't it? Yes, it is. Time to increase that speed again. I can see on the dial, the brake gauge, it's not fully at 0. There's 0.2 of the brake control on, or doing something, so that's why we're slowing down reasonably quickly, even though we were for a second there on a 0.2% downhill gradient. I mean, it's not massive, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I'm clearly noticing that we are not maintaining the speed, or we're not decreasing in speed as slowly as I would normally expect on a level gradient. So we just have to increase it. We'll get it up to around 63 and then we'll come off the power again and cruise. The gradients on this route aren't exactly very dramatic. It's not like a typical roller coaster kind of route like Sandpatch grade or something like that. I've been hearing outside this evening fireworks still going off. Obviously plenty of people still have some fireworks to light up and blast into the sky, which is good. Looking out the window, obviously when the cat was around it proved to be a bit of a nightmare. Bless his soul. He'd always hide, and a look on his face, made my heart melt in sadness, like, oh no, don't be afraid. Got some ethanol tanks, clearly have just finished loading. Yep, he's taking it back to its designated location, top of the map. I'm not sure if you can unload ethanol tanks. I'm really not sure. I don't think you can. I think you can load them up. I know there's a tutorial in which it teaches you how to load the tanks, but I'm not sure if you can unload. There might be a facility around here in the Hamilton Industrial Zone where you might be able to do it. I can't. I'll just come off the power and have a little cheeky peek. What have we got? There's some markers on the map which indicate, like that, whether you can load or unload the tanks. Maybe it's for both, I'm not sure, but there's one. I think there's like 3. That's a guess, a big guess for me, but I'm guessing 3. 2, 3. I think that's right. 3, yeah, seems to be. And then obviously one on the main line, a couple on the main line. One there and one there. So 5 facilities dedicated to the ethanol tanks. But I just cannot remember if you can unload them. I don't think you can. I don't think there's like any tubes or pipes that go into the tank to drain the ethanol. or oil or whatever it is. I think you could just load for tanks. I think, but it's been so long since I've been on this route. I can't. When was the last time I even went on it? I think it was like. It wasn't during. Oh, it might have been during Train Sim World 2. Might have been. Either way, it was a long time ago. Matt Jennings, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Alright, the one and only stop is coming up, and that is Hamilton Yard, just over 3 miles away. And the speed limit will decrease shortly to 30 miles per hour. Just get the automatic brake ready. There's some auto racks there. Obviously another freight train. Going very, very slowly. He might be going off in that direction. GP38s. There's indeed some GP38s. Nice to see them. I better get on the brakes. Manifest train mixed up. Oh, even some BNSF wagons. Ooh, what a surprise. Ooh, brake, 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 brake. Get down the speed. I think the GP38-2 subs into the exact same services as the GP9. Just under 2 miles to go from Hamilton Yard. Speaking of yard, I better check switches. Okay, we've got a red there. If we switch some points around, and that may change the red. Maybe not. No, we'll probably just have to wait. Wait our turn. I know on this area there's like an iconic place for North American rail fans to go and view some Canadian national action in this area. I think it's on some sort of a bridge. It might be from back there, I'm not entirely sure. Let me just go and check. I swear there's like a bridge. Is it like that bridge there? There's a bridge over there. Maybe it's there? Maybe in this area. Must be. We got a lake, a big lake. Big lake. Just noticing another track. Yeah, some other tracks. It's not being displayed on the map. Yes, that's right. They may add passenger services to the line, Roy and Crosby. You're absolutely correct. And I do agree with you. I think it's far too short. I mean, I don't know how many stations there are on this route. I think... Ooh, I'm going to take a punt and say 4? 5? Maybe? It's nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. And they said themselves, Dovetail, that they can't get hold of the Go Transit license. So I suppose they'll just paint the locomotives in for Go Transit colours, just without the branding. But yeah, it will still look a bit weird to me. I don't think they should add it. You know, they designed it primarily as a freight route. They should just keep it that way, not mess around with it and think of adding passenger services just for the sake of it. Ah, this is the bridge. This was what I was on about. Yeah, this bridge here. It's a nice bridge. A bridge over a bridge. It's a nice shot. Must be nice watching from that bridge. Can I get over it? Oh, the bridge is too high for the camera. Oh well. Either way, that it must be a nice shot in real life. I approve of that. So we're stopping all the way down there. Just get on the brakes again. Need to get under the 15 again. That's better. Slow and steady, and we'll get there. Have a sip of tea. Quite cool to have a dedicated switcher, and it just makes me think, actually, because Dovetail added all the additional trackage that was not accessible at the time, maybe they should make those tracks accessible, you know, bring it back, bringing a dedicated switcher like an SW 1500 in Canadian National livery or something like that, and just make the yard and the industry more alive. You know, the amount of switching is just nowhere near enough for, you know, the scale and the size of the Hamilton Industrial Zone, but that's just my view. I'm a big switching fan or shunting fan, so more the better. And a 1500, I mean, that'll be very cool to have in the game. 100%, be it in Union Pacific livery, or not sure, BNSF roster a few pairs, or Norfolk Southern, maybe Norfolk Southern rather than BNSF. The Canadian National, that'd be quite cool. Right, we're coming into we're coming up to the stopping point. I mean, speaking of North American freight, we haven't had much from CSX, have we? We haven't had much, hardly any CSX content for Train Sim World. We've got Sandpatch Grade, the C40-AW, which was in November of a couple of years ago, which will nearly be 2 years old. Unbelievable. And that's pretty much it, really. I remember on the very first version of Train Sim World, they did introduce a GP40-2. I think it was for Sandpatch Grade for PC players, and for the console it was for the Northeast Corridor New York. I think you could just swap out I think it was the 38-2 at the time with the GP40. I think you could still buy it on Xbox if you look for it on the Microsoft store. Absolutely pointless loco to have. It doesn't add any new scenarios, services, or even a tutorial. So yeah, it's a bit of a waste of money. It's just my view. Where's the locos? There they are. Ready for some switching? Or something? Not too far, come on. That should do it. And there we are. Took me just under half an hour. Just return to the main page. And we will do another service. Oakville Subdivision, GP9. Actually, no, should we switch it up a bit? Let's use the 38-2. Oakville yard switching, we could do that, I suppose. Cut the recently arrived empty auto racks and spot them at the manufacturing plant for loading. Ooh, okay. What else have we got? A couple of locomotives from the inbound local and tie them up on the way. That's 5 minutes. Hobson Street. Oh, okay. Well, I think we'll do that. I didn't realise that service was available in the journey menu. Let's do that, shall we? Something different. We will explore the yard, Hambleton Zone, later if we've got time. Okay. Are we even facing the right way? Yep, we are. So we're going to do some work for the automotive industry. No need for rear headlights. Front headlights we do need on. The ground lights are on. Bright at the front. Put it to forward. Gauge lights to on. Freight. These are class lights, which are quite cool. So you've got red, white, green, and off. Quite cool. They're used, I think, as classification, but I don't think they use them in the modern era. Bless me. I'm not sure what green and white and red mean. Engine room lights, platform lights are on. Is the radio on? Probably is. Utilities, electronic devices, warning devices. Looks like the radio's on. Alright. Let's check the switches. Always check the switches. Otherwise you never know what could happen. Chaos will ensue. The Canadian National will be furious with me. Right, let's go to the south of Oakville Yard. This hasn't got the zebra stripes. Oh, we do. GP9 does. But, not the 38-2. Quite a cool livery. I quite like it. There we are. Right, we got a couple to the auto rack cars. There's a trainer leaving from the yard. Presumably some ethanol tanks. Indeed it is. GP9 is off to work. What have we got to do? Switches. That's what we need to do. That's fine. That is not. And let's do it. Auto rack cars there. Matt Jennings, which freight service would you drive in real life? Ooh. I'd say if it was a North American route, it would definitely be a toss between Clinchfield and I'll give a shout out to Cajon Pass, actually. And I'll also give a shout out to Cane Creek, because I love Cane Creek's distance scenery. I mean, yeah, it's mainly the scenery kind of thing for me. I think Clinchfield would top that. I love the Appalachian Mountains and all that kind of stuff. You know, the forest, just that feel. I love that. I love the vibe that it generates. And plus it's very, very challenging with its distinctive branch lines. I mean, I know today it's owned by, is it CSX? I think. Imagine bringing Clinchfield Railroad to a modern day standards in Train Sim World. That'd be quite cool. Now, what a return to form that will be for CSX. But yeah, in real life, definitely Clinchfield. I'm not sure what it's called today. It's some sort of subdivision by CSX. Whoa, we got to stop. I didn't read that properly. Whoopsie daisy. We have to uncouple the rear 12 cars. Whoops, getting ahead of myself there. I do apologise. We will just reverse back. My bad. That'll do, that's far enough. Right, uncouple the rear 12 cars. Blimey, it's quite long, isn't it? Longer than I thought. There's a road there. What have we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the cut bar. There we go. Right, let's go to Oakville Yard, or another part of it, I should say. All the way there. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool, doesn't it, Warren Crosby? Not sure if the sounds are 100% correct. I think they are accurate GP38-2 sounds, but they've just been the same sounds, haven't they? GP38-2s for years. Would be nice if we had some new sounds for the 38-2, or definitely the SD40-2. I know VSD40 has a new horn from Sandpatch Grade and for the Clinchfield, and what else? Who else? What other routes have the new horn for the SD40? Does Cajon Pass as SD40-2 have a new horn? It might do. I think it's got the same sounds as the SD40 has always had. What are we doing? Changing that up there. That's fine. And that's fine. And we're going there. Okay, that's alright. I think we now reverse into the plant. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going into the Hamilton Yard Industrial Zone. Hamilton Yard, Oakville Yard, sorry. Or the Automotive Factory. Whatever car brand uses that facility. It's unusual to see a BNSF wagon on this route. That has caught me by surprise. Wonder what would be in its place. I imagine a CSX version. And speaking of auto racks, I think there's actually some Union Pacific auto racks on Cajon Pass. I'm not sure if that's meant to be correct. I imagine Union Pacific share the line with BNSF, or allow them to pull some Union Pacific branded freight cars. As I'm sure Canadian National are allowed to do with a BNSF wagon. Right, we got to stop at the car plant. Trying to think of a car manufacturer that would be there. Maybe General Motors, maybe, or Ford, or Jeep, Ram. I'm not sure. Or maybe, I don't know, Chevrolet. There's an almighty steep gradient on this entry to the car plant. Goes over a bridge, I think. Indeed it does. Alright, here's the car plant. Boy, oh boy, we're struggling for speed. Go, go, go. Can't stop here. Why isn't that locomotive? There's a locomotive here, isn't there? Why isn't that doing this work? Otherwise, what's the point of that being here? I don't know. There we go. No, not far enough. Oh. Well, I'd be damned. Blimey. That's not far enough. Huh. That should be far enough. There we go. Right, we have to uncouple 3 vehicles. I presume these 3. Indeed. Right, let's just pull away. Oh, we're going over here this time. Come on, you can do it. Need more grunt. No, not enough grunt. I did uncouple it, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. 1, 2, 3, yeah. It is unlocked, wow. Is it stuck or something? I'm not sure. Why can't we move? There should be some sand somewhere. I've just got to find it. There's a cab heater. That's no good. Sand. Let's put the sand on. Give us some extra grip. There we go. Okay, we've got to stop in another part of the car plant. Where are we even stopping? Oh, we're stopping there. Okay, why do we have to go so far back here then? Change the switch. No, that's fine. It's just that one there. Okay. I do want to show you something because I really like the way you open these. I think you... Can you unlock them? I swear you can. There you go. And open them up. And that's where the cars would be. 2 level, of course. Pretty cool. And stick the little lock back on. Don't know what this is. A Trainline EOTD. Air powered. Very cool. Liam, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Oh, glad you won today. That's very good. 4-3. Very well done. But that was close. Oh, right on the money. Excellent. Some couple. There we are. Right, I think our work is done. For now. Change the switch here. Yep. Yep. And we're going to go there. Okay, cool. Right, I'll say the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you'd enjoyed this stream, either live or on playback, I'd very appreciate it if you would give it the thumbs up. And if you are watching for the first time, either live or on playback, then I'd be really, really happy if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be this Sunday on, if I get the date, on the 13th of November, where we're taking a trip to Germany in Train Sim World, and we're taking a look at one of my favourite commuter German routes, which is Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr. So we'll give the 425 and the 422 a chance to stretch its legs. Yeah, it's been pretty weird weather this weekend. The weekend just gone. Rainy 1 minute, sunny the next, and then very windy an hour later. I mean, it's very windy outside now. It's just suddenly picked up. Very strange. But now Christmas is on the horizon. That's the next big thing. Halloween is gone, and hopefully everyone had a happy and safe Halloween. Okay, we've got to stop at another part of the south section of Oakville Yard. Yep, that seems all good. I'm not sure, is this all our work done? No, we're far from finished. More to do. So let's pick it up. Oh, nothing wrong with a Ford Capri. My uncle used to have a Capri when he was younger. I remember at work one time I saw a Capri. Owner was lovely to meet. Beautiful car. Never seen a car so clean. Right, let's couple to the auto rack cars. Oh, need to change that there. To there, awesome. Head out right. I very rarely use this view. It's so cool. Makes it look from this view that the auto rack cars are closer than they actually are. Will do. Right, back in the cab. Shut the windows. Oh. Already locks it for you. Okay. Uncouple the rear 6 cars. So all the way to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release the brakes. Let's get going. Right, we gotta stop in the same part again. Whoa, going a bit too fast. Getting excited on the throttle. Oh dear, okay. Such a shame they've been ruined. Make great collector's pieces. Liam. There we are. Let's reverse into the car plant. Head to the rear car. Liam and was the last to drive them. There were cars that were abandoned or in ruins. Hence I asked you, are there any near your area? Okay, I see. Yeah, I got one. I've only seen one. That's about it. Okay, we've got to stop at the Oakville car plant again. Check switches. Still in this part here, and there, and there. That will take up track number 3. Increase the power. I swear there is another locomotive around here. Well, there was. Yeah, there is. There's one there. I can't see it. He's tucked away somewhere. I wonder where he is. Unless that locomotive does some AI services at night, maybe just switching the cars at night. Not too sure. As we are getting pretty close to an early evening in the game, 15:04. Let's uncouple the vehicles. 3 of them again, just like before. Gotta get round that side. There we are. And now we've got to put the next 3 inside in number 4. I don't know why the game wants me to change points, switches, and go on that bit of track there. Doesn't make sense to me. Won't make much of a difference. Cleared. Yes, they are. Let's go on that bit there. Alright, another train entering the yard. Okay, that's fine. There's just that one there. Sweet. Ooh, brake, 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 brake. Cool, blimey, that was close. Literally touching or going through the buffers. Very close indeed. And back we go. We near the end? No, we got another set of order racks. I think we have to do all of them. So while we're scuttling away, I want to have a look and find this locomotive. Where is it? Ah, there it is, all the way over there. Hiding over here, I see. Sound a bit dead. There's some smoke coming out of it. I can't quite tell. It sounds active. What else have we got? A couple of other sidings. That's about it. And obviously some sidings there as well. We're going way too fast. Hey Commander, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Liam's got an eye on an old Ford Fiesta. I believe the Ford Fiesta is rumoured to be discontinued by the company next year, which is such a shame. Chopping all these small little cars and iconic cars. Not the only one. Bit of a shame, really. Of a train coming into the yard, or stopping near the yard on the main line. How many have we got to do then? Oh my lord. That's quite a few. Surely we're not going to do those as well. I imagine we'll just do them at the far end there. I'm not sure how many do we have to do. Oh my, okay. Let me take them. 3 vehicles put in the plant. Okay, yeah. This is the last set, I think. You have to take it to the car plant. And then, what's the time? 9:45 in the UK. I think I'll call it a day, I think. So we've had a run on the main line and done some switching. Right. Cheeky peek at switches. Oh, no, different. That one there. To there. Liam plans to remake the Granada, Capri and Cortina. Oh really? Wow. There'll be some modern designs. That'll be a bit of a shock. In terms of updating them, design-wise, wow. Oh dear. Commander, I really like the trains on this DLC. Shame I can't get it though. I'm sure you'll be able to get it when a discount comes around. Near Christmas time or Black Friday, or I imagine there'll be a sale going on. Depending what you play Train Sim World on, of course. I know PlayStation recently has had a few DLCs available. Even I think Home Pass and Southeastern High Speed have already had discounts not too long ago. But they're good locomotives. Certainly the GP9RM is good fun. Boink. Oh, we take them all in. Okay, let's take them all in then. The final 6. Off we go. Into the plant for the last time. Commando, hoping for one. It goes for like £6. I'm not sure whether it'll be £6, that's for sure. Maybe how much are they in this country? 24.99. So maybe if it goes down to a tenner or £15, maybe. I'd be amazed if you can get it for that kind of price. I mean, it has been out a long time, since, was it February of 2020 or something like that? I mean, it should work on the PS4. It came out when, well, the PS5 wasn't even a thing. So, it should work pretty smooth-ish on the PS4. What have we got to do? Uncouple the free. Oh, you saw Risk Ignored for £6. Oh, that's not too bad. Risk Ignored is a good route. Good freight activities. There's quite a few DLC attached to it, isn't there? Local add-ons. There's the DBBR 155, which adds coal. services, and the 363, which adds shunting, and there's a extension to the route which goes from Hagen to Wuppertal Steinbeck, which is right near Austin. We're going that one. So we'll go there. That should be right. That should be right as well. Just double check. Yeah. Didn't want to reverse into the wrong siding and find out I've done the wrong, put it in the wrong siding, the auto racks. Let's go. Straight into the siding, and then that'll be that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nope, not enough. There we go. Some couple. And that'll be that. Let's head back to the yard. Our work is done, I think. Oh no, gotta do that switch there. Don't know why I've got the automatics on when I could just use the independent brake instead. I think then we just park it off, we park the locomotive in that siding there, and I think that will be that for this stream. No, Commando, it's a good freight route, the best is Tees Valley line. Is it the best? I'm not sure. Let me just think. Is the best Tees Valley? Well, Tees Valley is a pretty decent route. It's obviously set back in time during the when British Steel was in its heyday, really. It focuses on steel, coal as well. You've got 2 locomotive add-ons as well, the BL Class 20 and the 31. It's a good route. Is it the best freight route? Could be. I wouldn't discount Sandpatch Grade or Clinchfield Railroad. They're pretty good freight routes, and Cajon Pass as well. I haven't had much playtime on Cajon Pass. I did a stream on it when I was it like a month or two ago, and it was a good run. I think freight-wise of UK routes, I think certainly Tees Valley Line is up there. My number one favourite route, UK route-wise, is Northern Trans-Pennine. Love that route so much. Here we go. And we do indeed park this locomotives up, or tie them down in the siding there. Off we go. So I imagine that locomotive that was sitting in the car plant will deal with these sets of auto wax unless they're already loaded and ready to go. There we are. Took me just under 50 minutes. I got a gold. Yay! Awesome. So we loaded up, what was it? I don't know, actually. Quite a few. Auto racks. Can't think of the number off the top of my head. I think it was 12. Auto racks we loaded up all together. But yeah, there we are. That concludes this stream. A little bit of fun, some mainline and switching action on the Canadian National Oakville Subdivision. If you'd enjoyed the stream, either live or on playback, I'd be very happy if you would like the stream and consider subscribing to the channel if you are watching them for the first time. The next stream will be on November the 13th, which is this Sunday, 2022, where I will be going on this route here, Germany's Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr, for some passenger and commuter action. So I hope you could join me then. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care.